read across from our CRM to some of the development platforms. And so you'll continue to see a lot more occur with what we're doing in cloud computing. And then on the consumer side, many of you may already use this. You know, John mentioned Bing. You know, it's a huge success on what we're doing with search. Xbox, have Windows Live, Hotmail, and other things in the consumer area that you may already be using. So a couple other things I want to just call out that you may or may not be familiar with. Mr. Yancey talked this morning about the number of small business tools that are available. You know, another thing we have is Microsoft Office Live Small Business. So it's a service that you can sign up for. If you'd like more information afterwards, feel free to stop by. But again, to try to provide you tools that will really help you with your business from an application side, from building and providing awareness with what you can do online. So if you're not familiar with that, it is something you get a live ID, you sign up for, and it's a host of tools and applications and information that might help you in a way to reduce your costs, but become more familiar with what's available and really help build your business. Okay, so with that, I'll turn it over.
I'm very happy to follow John and Richard because they're the perfect lead-in for what we do on a day-to-day basis because we provide the connectivity. And you heard both of them mention that mobile is going to continue to be a driver in business for years to come. And what excites me about working for what I like to call a wireless technology company is that, well, for one, I'm very passionate about technology. And the ability to be untethered from the office is something that excites me because my business doesn't just happen in the four walls of my office. It happens on the go, in an elevator, here, and I need connectivity when I need it. Does that resonate with all of you guys? Yeah. How many of you guys today have a mobile sales force or a field force? A lot of you, okay. So, you know, one of the things I want to talk about today, and one of the things that I do when I walk into a business is I sit down as an advisor, a technology advisor, and I like to just uncover where the business is today. You know, how is the business connecting? How is the sales force connecting? How is the field force connecting? How are you monitoring that field force? And then we go from there. We lay out a technology roadmap and see where you want to be and where you're at today. And so we ask the question, just where's your business? You know, are you confined to wireline right now? Is your sales force, are they limited to a pay per day type of solution for connectivity? I won't say how much it costs to connect here in the hotel, but if you stayed here, you know, and it's when you leave your money at the door because connectivity doesn't, in the hotel doesn't follow you. So, you know, the next question I would typically ask is what information do you need access to? I think it's safe to say that all of us in this room probably need access to different information. We all have, more than likely, we have intranets or we have to VPN in or we have to report back something exclusive to our business, to our home office. So the information is going to change from company to company, but the common denominator is that we all need access to it. And then the last question really is how are you doing it today? Are you doing it today? Do you have connectivity for your sales forces, for yourself, and how is that working? So one of the things I'm going to talk to you about today is a specific solution called a MiFi. Has anybody heard of a MiFi before? This is a MiFi, and actually it looks quite big on the screen, but this is it right here. It's about the size of a credit card. And why this thing is significant is that unlike when you pay per day for connectivity at a hotel or an airport and you leave it there with you, this goes with you wherever you go. And the nice thing about this is it's going to connect to you know, 3G internet just as you would, you know, through Wi-Fi. If you're familiar with Wi-Fi, this actually serves as a Wi-Fi hotspot. So if you're in an airport, if you're in a hotel, you set it down, you power it on, and you can connect up to 5 devices at 1 to 1.5 megabytes per on the download. So, you know, how that looks is something like this. This is your mobile hotspot right here. It goes with you wherever you go. You'll see the examples of the types of devices you can connect to. You know, much to John and to Richard's point, if you're accessing things out in the cloud, you can access them from many different devices, and this is going to give you the connectivity to all those devices. And how it works is it goes from the device to the hotspot and then onto our towers, our wireless towers. You know. So the final point that I want to make is, if right now you're not having the connectivity that you need for your Salesforce, or you're paying too much for it, we have solutions in place like the MiFi. And if I had more time, I'd talk to you about a number of different solutions that Verizon Wireless provides to give you connectivity. But if you don't have a device like this in your hands, you're basically you're kind of throwing your money away to the hotels, to the airports of the world that are charging you on a day-to-day basis, an astronomical fee. So I'm going to give you my information. It's very brief, but it's just very high level. If you guys have more questions, I'm going to stick around today, and I can talk to you a little bit more about the MiFi and other solutions we have in place to get you the connectivity to solutions like John and Richard provided for you today. I appreciate it.
Send out?
Sure, absolutely.
That's probably the
Get
biggest
them
thing.
to the chamber, and the chamber can do that?
Yeah, we can check this thing out.
You know what, I would say to be on the safe side, to be on the safe side, why don't you go ahead and give them your business card and then they'll do that. I'm not sure if the chamber is going to be sending out or making them available online, I'm just not positive. I will ask them, but just be on the safe side, go ahead and, give them your business card if you would like a copy of the presentation.
Your second question, for Mr. Arnott, I assume that all of these local searches are, once you register, you can update, you know, you were talking about doing your meta tags and putting your meta tags in there, and then it's like, oh, I forgot the most obvious.
Well, yes. So the question is, can you edit this information? Yes, in fact, this is something very important. You need to go out and do this very soon, because there is something called claiming. People can literally go out, open up one of these local searches underneath your name, so it's very easy to go in and go out. And they do have a security issue in there. Once you register, you have to click and say, is this your site? Is this your information? So yes, you can go in. Once you claim that, then you can go in and edit it. So it's an excellent point. What you'll find, as soon as you go, and you can open up a laptop and you type in anything, you're going to see on those maps, anywhere from 10 to 50 in a small area of local businesses. Everyone is there. The key is for you to get there and get that description in your locale. There's one of the issues, again, for those is longevity. Sometimes being on a website for 4 or 5 years is what makes people visible, just because you're there. So it's another part of the algorithm. So the sooner you're out there, the more visible you'll be. But yes, you can edit it completely under your control. Yes, sir, in the back?
No, I just was going to say, the presentations will be on the chamber website.
Oh, they will be. Okay, great. Thank you.
I guess in terms of question for the two of you, as far as the cost of doing cloud computing and the potential savings, I guess fear of a small business is that actually we're going to run up more costs than what we would if we just bought it. Because we, at least at the beginning, we know, okay, I'm going to buy this new piece of software and it's going to cost me this much. Whereas to me, this sounds like an open-ended deal, and I could run up a lot more costs, just like through a data plan. Like I have a maximum data plan that it's the same every month. I may not be using that data, but at least I know that's my cost. How is that being addressed
in that case, you're going to be basing off a subscription, so that does help you identify, especially on a per user basis, how much you're going to be spending. And then certainly there's that that migration. And so what we would typically do is, bring you back to a partner that we work with, and that would be a discussion you would want to have to find out, one, is it something that would be the right thing for you to do or to consider, and then certainly understanding the cost implications of the migration. And since John is a...
Could I add?
Yeah, absolutely.
We work with, our clients we have a number of small business clients, and they use the online services, and they're quite a deal. For example, you can get, I think, Exchange